Knowing your skin type can help you select the best formulas and products for your face. So in today's video, I'm going to go over 5 different skin types and give you the characteristics of each one. And I'm also going to give you some suggestions on how you can figure out which of these 5 skin types you might have. Well, hey friends, it's Dawn. Welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for joining me today. Whether you are selecting skincare products or you're looking for makeup, you need to know your skin type because that is going to allow you to make the best choices when you're picking out a moisturizer, a cleanser, adding in extra steps to your skincare routine, or choosing the right cosmetics. Maybe a cream formula is best for your skin, or maybe you'd like a matte finish. So in today's video, let's talk about 5 different skin types, and I'm going to give you characteristics of each one. So as I'm going through these, kind of figure out which one might apply to you the most. And then at the end, we're going to do a little experiment together. And this is something that you can do at home to determine your skin type. So there are 5 skin types we're going to go over in today's video: dry skin, normal skin, combination skin, oily skin, and sensitive skin. And as I give you the characteristics for each of these skin types, you may have all of the characteristics I described, but you might just have a few of them. So it's not necessary that you check off the box of every single characteristic I'm going to describe. But in general, if the characteristics I describe of a specific skin type mostly apply to you, it's likely your skin type. So let's go ahead and start with dry skin. Now, dry skin naturally produces less oil than the other skin types. It is characterized by a feeling of tightness, almost invisible pores, a dull, rough complexion. You may have red patches, you have less elastic skin, and more visible lines. And we typically see the signs of aging a little bit sooner in dry skin because it is not as elastic, because there's not as much oil produced by the skin. Normal skin is balanced, and it's characterized by smaller, less visible pores, a radiant complexion. It feels neither tight nor greasy. There's good elasticity and moisture balance to the skin. It typically has a clear appearance and no severe sensitivity. Combination skin is characterized by oiliness through the T-zone, and typically the cheeks are going to either have normal skin or maybe dry skin. The pores will appear slightly larger. You may be more prone to blackheads in the T-zone, and the skin can appear shiny, again, usually in the T-zone. Now, oily skin is going to be the opposite of dry skin, where there's an overproduction of oil from the skin. So remember dryness, the skin doesn't produce enough oil. So with oily skin, getting that overproduction of oil. So we're going to see shininess throughout the face. Oily skin is typically prone to breakouts and blackheads. We see visible enlarged pores, especially on the forehead, nose, and chin. And oily skin tends to have less visible wrinkles, or we see them a little bit later. So the oil helps to keep the skin very supple, and therefore it doesn't wrinkle as fast. And if you have oily skin, you may have a problem with your makeup wearing off easily. It may not last throughout the day because the oils in your skin tend to break that makeup down a little bit faster. Next, let's talk about sensitive skin. So with sensitive skin, you have frequent reactions to either environmental factors or products you're applying to your skin. And the characteristics of sensitive skin are redness, itching, burning, swelling, rashes or hives, stinging or burning. You might sunburn easily, and you're prone to breakouts that cause red bumps and pustules all over your face. And if you have sensitive skin, usually products that have fragrance or perfumes in them will irritate your skin. Sensitive skin is prone to developing rashes. You may even experience things like rosacea, eczema, or broken capillaries. And sensitive skin that is also dry may compensate by producing even more oil. And if it produces too much oil, it can lead to clogged pores that produce breakouts. Okay, so that was 5 different skin types. Now I want to talk about dehydrated skin. Dehydrated skin is not a skin type, and it can actually happen to all 5 of the skin types I just described. So I said a little while ago that dry skin is when our skin doesn't produce enough oil. But with dehydrated skin, you don't have enough water in the skin. So it is different than having dry skin. And because dehydrated skin is not a skin type, but a condition, it can actually be reversed. And so if you find that you have dehydrated skin, you want to take steps to reverse that and get your skin back to the correct moisture level for your skin type. So what are the signs of dehydrated skin? Your skin will look dull. Your eyes might look sunken, or you have bags under your eyes. You have more fine lines than you typically would. Your skin might be itchy, flaky, or scaly. So some of those characteristics are also associated with dry skin, but again, it's a different condition. So just make sure that we're not interchanging the two. Now, a lot of factors can contribute to dehydrated skin. So we have things like environmental factors. If you've ever been to the beach or you've been out in snow skiing, you might know that the extreme cold or heat and wind can dehydrate your skin. Lifestyle factors can also contribute to dehydration of your skin. Things like smoking and alcohol, lack of sleep, travel. I know when I travel, it always seems like my skin gets super dehydrated. And I think a lot of that is because I'm not drinking enough water when I'm traveling. And that is another factor. If you do not drink enough water, it can lead to dehydrated skin. Taking too hot showers can strip the skin of natural moisture. So make sure that you're using warm water, but not super hot water when you're washing your face. Another factor that can dehydrate your skin is actually stress, and taking certain medications may also be a factor. And lastly, cosmetic products, and that includes skincare and makeup, can play a factor in dehydrating your skin. So if you're not using the right formula for your skin type, or you're using products that are overly harsh and stripping your skin of the natural oils, those can create a condition where your skin becomes dehydrated. Okay, so I went over all the characteristics of those 5 skin types: dry, normal, combination oily, and sensitive. And you might know right away which of those are your skin type. But did you know that there's another way that you can determine what your skin type is? So I'm going to go over 3 ways that you can determine your skin type rather than just reading a list. And I'm going to demonstrate one of those for you in a few minutes. One way that you can determine your skin type is to go to a dermatologist. And I would recommend this if you are dealing with specific concerns about your skin, especially if you have sensitive skin and you're just really struggling with your skin. That may be the next step for you. But if you want to determine your skin type and you want to do it at home, I'm going to walk you through 2 different ways that you can do that. First up, we have the wash test. So you're going to wash your face with a gentle cleanser and wait 30 minutes. Do not put any product on your face. So no serums, no moisturizers, no eye cream, nothing. At the end of the 30 minutes, you're going to check and see how your skin looks and how it feels. So if it feels tight and looks dry and maybe even flaky, you probably have dry skin. If your skin feels comfortable, it's hydrated but not too oily, you probably have normal skin. If you see shininess just through the T-zone, you probably have combination skin. If your skin is shiny or greasy all over, you have oily skin. And if your skin is red, itchy, or inflamed, you probably have sensitive skin. Now we can take the wash test a step further and we can do a tissue test. So after the 30 minutes is up, you're going to take a blotting tissue. You want to have a couple of them to be able to do this experiment. And you're going to use a blotting tissue on different areas of your face. So your forehead, your nose, your chin, and your cheeks. And you're going to apply the blotting tissue to the areas of your face. You want to use a clean blotting tissue for each area. And you're going to see if the blotting tissue absorbs oil and how much oil is absorbed from each part of your face. So if the blotting tissue does not pick up any oil from any part of your face, you probably have dry skin. If your blotting tissue picks up maybe just a little bit of oil, but it's all over the face evenly, you probably have normal skin. If your blotting tissue picks up more oil through the T-zone, you likely have combination skin. And if your blotting tissues pick up quite a bit of oil from all over the face, you likely have oily skin. So I'm going to demonstrate that for you. I'm going to go ahead and wash my face. And after I wash my face, I will wait 30 minutes and I will come back on camera and I will do the tissue test so we can determine what my skin type is. Okay, so I washed my face 30 minutes ago and it kind of feels a little bit tight, mostly across my cheeks and a little tiny bit on my forehead. But other than that, like it's not super, super tight everywhere. I don't see like any redness. There's definitely no like cracking or flaking or anything like that. I have always thought that I had combination skin. So I'm going to use my little blotting tissues. And we're gonna see what these say about my skin. So let's start with my forehead. So again, I washed my face 30 minutes ago and I did not put any product on my skin at all. So really not much of anything on there. I don't know if you can see that, but I really don't see, there's like a couple little specks. So let me do a cheek. And I don't see any oil at all. So since there's no oil, I'm just actually going to use this again. Let me do my chin. And like there is literally just a couple of specks right here, not very much. And I'm just going to use this other part. I don't want to waste a bunch of these. So since I'm not seeing oil, I'm not going to keep getting a clean one each time. I'm just going to try to blot my nose and like almost nothing there as well. So like barely, like a couple of specks. So I always thought I had combination skin, but I have noticed that as my skin has gotten older, I am getting a little bit more dry than I was. So I would say at this point, I probably have normal skin. There is really not enough oil on either of these to say that I have oily skin for sure. And I don't even think there's enough here to say I have combination skin anymore. I have always thought that I had combination skin. And again, I've noticed my skin getting a little bit drier over the past couple of years as I've gotten a little bit older. And I'm gonna just say that now I have normal skin. So it's definitely not dry, but it's not as oily as I thought. So it is driving me crazy that I do not have any products on my face, because normally the second I get done washing my face, I immediately add my boosters or my serums or my moisturizers or whatever I'm adding to my routine that night. And so I am going to sign off on this video and I'm going to go put my nighttime skincare on. And the one thing I did forget to add is that combination skin can be seasonal. So right now it is April, but it's still not, you know, the middle of summer yet. So we're just now getting warm weather. Some days are cold, some days are warm. It was in the 40s this morning and then in the 70s this afternoon. So my skin may potentially be a little bit more combination as far as the oil production in my T-zone as we get into the summer months. So it'll be interesting to see in the summer if I have, again, more shininess, through that T-zone, and then I could potentially swap out some formulas during the summertime. But for now, I would say that my skin is normal. Well, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you learned a lot in this video. I would love for you to comment below and let me know what your skin type is. And if you have any other questions, leave them below in the comments for me. If you found this video helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, friends. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to check out these other videos.